What's going on, everyone? We are back. Me and the home slice Kimberly. Medea goes to jail. Full spoiler discussion. This one came out in 2009. I almost forgot about this one too, Kim. I remember in my comment section, I was like, yeah, there's some Tyler Perry Medea movie where Derek Luke is in it. And somebody was like, yes, that's the one where he goes to jail, where he was in love with his childhood friend. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. We got to talk about it. How you doing today, ma'am? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. The seasons are changing. It's sweater weather. Sweater weather.
Sweater weather. I had to ask, we just took a break. We literally just got done reviewing Meet the Browns.
Mhm.
And Medea Goes to Jail is literally the direct sequel to that film. I did not remember that. Like Meet the Browns, I saw it once in theaters, had to revisit it. It's my second time. For Medea Goes to Jail, saw it once in theaters, and this is my second time around. The way that Meet the Browns ended with Medea going, getting arrested is the way that this one starts off. And I was like, wow, look at that right there. I like the
I
continuity.
like the
Yeah,
tie-in.
yeah, I did. But also, Kimberly, I'm also frustrated with the tie-in as well because in Meet the Brown, we had this lovely character by the name of Sylvia Vergara, and she
Yeah.
was playing somebody by the name of Cheryl. Now in the direct sequel, she's playing Titi, the crazy person that killed 18 men. Now,
Yeah,
we
that was weird.
that was weird. Imma pass to you, but I gotta say this right here because we gotta switch up the tone. Why are we reviewing this movie? Straw came out June of 2025. Me and Kim did not like it. But we did like 688 that came out the year before. We're like, this Tyler Perry guy, it's a flip of a coin. Some stuff we like, some stuff we don't like. So we like Good Deeds. We like Medea's Family Reunion, Family That Prays, and Why Did They Get Married 1 and 2. But we didn't like Fall from Grace, Acrimony, talking about finding joy and duplicity. We was like, hey, let's talk about the positive movies that we do like and stay away from the negative. So that's what we've been doing. But I gotta say, Kimberly, I did enjoy Meet the Browns, and you said that that was one of your favorites. I also enjoyed Tyler Perry's Medea Goes to Jail, but I think that this movie was the beginning of his downfall. I did not enjoy
Mm.
this movie as much. Out of all of the Tyler Perry movies that we've covered so far, I think I enjoyed this one the least or maybe second to least. There was still moments where I was laughing, I was having fun and all of that, but the wigs in this movie were dreadful. Damn, it wasn't just one, it was everybody. It was CeCe Candy, it was Viola Davis's character, it was Donna, it was awful. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I think this was the beginning of his downfall. What are your thoughts on this film, Medea Goes to Jail? I'm very, very curious to know.
I would agree. I would agree, and it's not so much in I think you hit the nail on the head, Brandon, when you were talking about the continuity of Meet the Browns has the scene where everyone sees her on TV and she's leading a low speed chase with the cops, and that's what lands her in jail, and it kinda does that kinda Avengers Marvel-esque thing where we end the movie by going right into the next one, right? Very Marvel-esque. And that was actually a really cool thing for Tyler to do. But I agree with you, Brandon, that this is the downfall in terms of not in terms of like, oh, the movie sucked, but you and I, the film critics, the film lovers, the cinema lovers that are really looking at not just, "Oh, that was a nice popcorn thing." We're looking more at the writing, we're looking at the development, we're looking at continuity, we're looking at the production and the wigs. We laugh, but actually in terms of film production, the wigs has a lot to do with the production value. This is the I believe, I agree with you wholeheartedly. This is the decline of the production value of the Tyler Perry film because it's very sloppy slash lazy slash it doesn't make any sense that you would have a film that's directly connected and you're putting it connected because she's getting arrested on her way to jail and this movie picks up where Meet the Browns leaves off. And so we're obviously in the same universe. We're obviously in the same family, which means we're in the same friend group. And
Right.
if one of your friends' name is Cheryl and she's bipolar and got her issues and she lives in this state, and then you want to establish the exact same person, and also with the continuity of the film, we are days away from where Meet the Browns left off. We're days
Right.
away from where Meet the Browns
Right.
left off.
Yeah. Hours.
Hours, really. And so for you to take an established character and not just get them just wipe their slate, but to put them as someone else days later is very 1980s soap opera kind of stuff. It's like when you would watch soap operas when you were young, and one week little Jasper would be 3 months old, and the next week he would be 8. Like, that's very poor continuity, and even if, Brandon, even if Tyler Perry said, "I just love Sofia Vergara so much, I really wanna use her in this next film," Ty Tyler, Brandon, wouldn't it have made sense because she was a little loopy and she threw the brick at Michael's dad's head? Wouldn't it make sense for her to get arrested for that and then be in jail, and then we realize, "Oh, homegirl's crazy, crazy.
That would have,
Why didn't you just do
yeah,
that?"
yeah, yeah. And to be honest with you guys, like, I don't mean to just, like, downplay Madea like it's just trash, like, the character. I mean, it's a funny character to me, but you still have to put your work in, because there are
The
better
effort.
Yeah, there are better Madea movies, and like you said, that was easy. These movies came out a year apart from each other at the most, 2008, 2009. Maybe he filmed them at the same time, but and I get it, it's not that big a deal. It is a Madea movie, but and he's doing that with Tyler Perry, who plays multiple characters, 2 or 3 people. But I just feel that you could have, tried a little harder there.
It
Um
was li it was, it's the kind of thing that I gotta be honest, that makes the audience that really cares, like, I know us cinephiles, we care about way more stuff than the average audience, but it's the kind of thing that you kinda get mad at because 'cause you're like, "Oh, so you're just gonna treat me like I'm stupid."
Yeah,
So today she's Dee Dee and yesterday she was Cheryl.
yeah,
Oh, so her wig's gonna be on 3/4 of the way.
right.
Okay, I'm stupid. Thank you, Tyler. Thanks for having faith in your audience. It's a kinda it leaves a really bad taste in your mouth as a fan.
Y'all let us know what y'all think. That is how we feel as far as that aspect is concerned. I was expecting to see comedy, but it says dark comedy here as well. That's interesting. Staying on the comedy though, I did laugh still at this movie. It did have me chuckle a number of times.
Yeah.
But it took me out of the movie. Like I was watching this, I just wasn't as interested. You know, um, I was laughing, but at the same time, I was saying, okay, this is kind of long. When is it going to be over? That's just probably because I was tired. And, right before I rewatched this, I rewatched Meet the Browns. So you rewatch movies back to back, you may feel that way. So I want to be fair. It's just that, it did feel like more of a chore. You can comment there if you want or when I actually, do you have any comments there before I move on?
There I did feel disjointed.
Okay.
I felt disjointed. I felt a disconnect. Again, we talked about how in Meet the Browns, there was a really good balance. They did a really good job with, like, struggling mother, can't keep the lights on, she's trying her hardest and trying to keep her son on the straight and narrow path, but also you have this hilarious family, that she meets. They're so funny, there's so many scenes, it's teetering, with great balance. It's like, "Okay, I got the drama, okay, I got the comedy, we're laughing, we're laughing, we're laughing." So this was disjointed because it was so dramatic what she went through, and it was so
Mm,
traumatic,
mhm.
and then to balance it with, like, "Call the po-po," like, one minute we're dealing with rape, and we're dealing with gang rape, and we're dealing with drug abuse and sex trafficking.
Well,
Literally, this woman's being trafficked,
well,
and then the next minute.
don't go too deep yet if you don't mind. I'm sorry.
Okay, okay, I won't go too deep, but it's just the polar opposites made me feel very disjointed.
That's interesting. Sorry I didn't mean to, kill your stride like that.
No, it's okay.
I wanted I wanted to kind of get this out of the way. Like, excuse me, the comedy is as far as the comedy is concerned. Um, I mean, I laughed at the him borrowing themes from Fried Green Tomatoes. You have seen that movie? Fried Green.
Oh, yeah.
Kathy Bates, continuing to ram the lady for taking her car. Tyler said, "Hey,
Tala.
let me upgrade you, and I'm gonna get a forklift and drop it out of the sky." As as Medea is driving the car, following the woman into the store. I'm laughing. I love the whole. I even like the way it was shot. How I don't know if it was a drone or some cable system, like tracking over the whole parking lot in some bird's eye shot. I liked all that. It made me laugh. It was funny.
She should have said Tawanda and then drove it like Kathy Bates did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. At first, I didn't catch what you meant, but it took me a second. And also, when Medea was in jail, where she was going back and forth with Big Sal, I found enjoyment in that. I laughed. They threw her in the little laundry thing, and guard came in there. Hey, what y'all doing? And they cover her. We ain't doing nothing. Praise the Lord. Praise Jesus. It was funny. So I don't want to just say that. Brandon he's a stick in the mud. I did laugh a number of times in this film. Were those scenes funny to you, or were there any other standout hilarious scenes at all?
Um, I think the house party was really funny. The old lady, "I am a lady of the night, a
Mm,
prostitute." It was like, "Girl, like, blow your cover much?" Like, "You wanna get with me?" Even when he was throwing the holy oil on her, she was
yeah,
like, "Oh, yeah." That was funny. Old people partying is always, like, funny to me for some reason. Her brother Joe is very funny because he's so much like a couple of people in my family. Um, I thought the house party was really, really
yeah,
funny. And I again, even though her character was completely different, Sofia Vergara, once again, gorgeous Jessica Rabbit bombshell of a woman that she is, really brought the comedy. Aditi.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
no Didi.
yeah.
I get 18 men. Like I just she was just so funny,
Yeah.
man. She's a very funny woman.
Tyler was like, the first time I heard, I thought she said titty. I laughed at that. So yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Again, sorry if I cut you off. But it was funny. I didn't care for the depiction of marijuana again. It was annoying. We didn't comment on it in Meet the Browns, but
Yeah, and it wasn't rated R, I noticed.
weird.
So I wonder what happened with the rating system
Yeah,
there.
I mean, that's a good point there. That's a 15-year difference, so maybe and maybe movies and television, I don't know, but good observation. I forgot about that. Let me dive into something semi-serious. Are you team Linda or are you team Joshua? Team Joshua or team Linda? Now, while you're thinking about that, and you commented on this earlier about the rape, so I guess we can talk about it. At first, I was like, 15 years, we grow, we change, we mature, we look at things in a different light. I was up here like, I know the first time I saw this, I was like, they're not right for each other. She's a stick in the mud. You don't love her. But now I'm looking at it like, wait a minute, she is 100% right. This is your fiance. I love that you have a caring heart, sir. Okay, that's in your blood. That's why I'm marrying you. But this is not your responsibility to be taking care of this woman. You ain't never caressed my face and my hair like that and held me this. No, besides her doing the illegal stuff at the end, padding the cases,
Yeah.
I was 100% with Linda. But then again, I felt convicted where Joshua's character had opened up to Ellen. I was like, man, I wasn't there for her. She was gang raped. So now I gotta be there for her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, out of all the situations, you still may be like, I feel you be. It's still not a responsibility. Where are you at? You team Josh, you team Linda, you team Linda, you team Josh. Where you
I think that's a good question, Brandon. I don't think it's so much that I'm team Linda. I just completely understand where she's coming from.
right on?
Because and it's funny because she's huh?
I said, because that's not okay what he's doing.
No, because she's not wrong. Her point of view of, like, the us and them thing pissed me off, like, "Well, they and us," and it's like, we all black, and yes, we all have the same opportunities, but at the end of the day, to some people, you and they are still they. Like, like, don't get it twisted, don't get all uppity. Um, I didn't like her perspective on that, calling other black people that were struggling they. Um uh, but in terms of the appropriateness of the situation, she was right. And it's not so much that I felt like she should have been like, it's not our problem, just leave her, just drop it. I thought that was wrong. I think when you're really partnered up with the right person, you can say, we're going to do this together. As the man, I think as a man, Joshua didn't do his job.
I agree.
As a man, you're the leader. We're a team, but you're the team leader. So my input is important, but you are the team leader as the head of the household. You're about to be a husband, so you're the team leader. I'm looking for you as the husband for leadership and guidance. And that's when you come to me and go, because Viola shouldn't have been the first person that heard that story. And I forgot Viola Davis was even in this, but
Same.
because I was like, wait. But you should have had that conversation when she first said, "What is it with this girl?
Yeah.
Why do you feel so responsible?"
Yeah.
That's on you for being like, I just we had math together. Like,
Yeah.
bad communication, Joshua.
Was
That's when
you're
you
100% right.
like, you tell the girl, I left her at a party. She got raped. I feel like it's my fault. As husband and wife, we can, okay, babe. Okay, well, now you can pull me in and say, and trust me as your woman. Because if you think that you got to hide the fact that you're trying to really help someone that needs help from the person you're going to marry, you should not be marrying that person.
Right.
So I'm team Linda in the sense of she's totally right. It is when your man is being everyone else's Superman but yours.
Yeah. I
I've been through that and it's annoying and it does lead to cheating.
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you're right.
I went through that and that's exactly what happened. He was trying to save everyone else and then Captain Save-A-Ho picked
Oh.
one up and married her. But anyway, so yeah, he was in the wrong for the way he approached it.
Right on, man. We do definitely agree there. I'm laughing because when I was watching this movie, I said to myself, "We got a Captain Save him over here." So they don't want
And
to be.
he literally was saving a hoe, and God
Yeah.
bless. I mean,
Again, in general, Captain Save him, but definitely had a personal relationship with this lady. So I'm not gonna beat him up too bad
yeah,
and
not
make
like
fun of
you.
him because they was either third grade or 3 years old, and then again he did leave her at a party and she got raped. So that kind of just sent her down the spiral that she was on, and that's who we're talking about right now. Keisha Knight. I don't even know how to say her last name. Pulliam. Ruby. Cosby Show, of course.
Rudy.
Yeah, yeah. Did you like her? How did you feel about her role in this?
I thought she was an interesting casting choice for this. And I thought, wow, like not only have we not seen her in a long time, up until that point, it had been a long time since we saw her. But
Mm,
not only had we seen her, but to go right from like Rudy and right from Pollyanna to like, I'm a crack hoe.
yeah,
It was a lot. I was like, whoa, Rudy, like, whoa, wait, like back up. But I think she did a good job. And I think she did a really good job. I do feel like, and I've struggled with this with like voiceover. Like she had a little trouble with her accent of like someone on the streets because at first she was talking like you don't know me and does it like trying to have this accent like I'm from the streets all hard, but then later on she sounded like Harvard educated graduate like so the speaking, was a little weird to me. I was like, "You don't have this character's voice. You don't have her voice because it should be consistent." But I don't know. I thought it was an interesting choice, and it was good to see her. It was good, but something about that character and the casting, I would have liked to see Keisha Knight Pullman in something else of Tyler Perry's. The Krakow out of nowhere was just kinda
I
random
yeah,
for me.
I agree with you there. I did really feel sorry for her though, when she was with her associate Donna and the pimp ran up on her and then confiscated her. She
Yeah.
woke up naked with that man on top of her and like, "You're my slave, you know, if you wanna be free, you gotta buy your freedom." I'm like, "Geez, this is a
And
freaking
that's how it is
nightmare,"
too.
you know, like I mean, even if you go tell somebody, like, they gonna write it off, you just it's awful. I really felt bad for her, you know, in that sense, and again, that's where she showed up, on Joshua's doorstep, so, she didn't do a horrible job at all, but it was a bit drawing just seeing her like that. I don't and I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know if it was the wigs or the costume, but it did seem out of place,
Yeah.
you know, just to be honest with you.
Mhm.
Somebody that I did like though, I wanna see more of him is Mr. Ron Rico Lee.
Yes,
Always
that's my dude. I like him.
never disappoints. He never disappoints. How'd you feel about this gentleman?
I really, really like him, and, just something about him. I have to look at his filmography. Was he ever on The Cosby Show?
We can find out. Is this, the acting,
Because for some reason, I feel like he was, but I could be very, very, very wrong.
let's
I
see.
remember him guest starring on Sister Sister. For some reason, I oddly remember that.
I don't think he is. I don't
He's
know
not okay.
Sister Moesha, but
He
no.
just did a lot of work in '90s black shows. Okay. He's that dude that, like, I think in the '90s we saw a lot of him, but he's that dude when he pops up, he's just so likable.
Mhm.
Like, he reminds me of someone who would be on The Cosby Show, like, like one of Theo's friends. Like, he really comes off as one of Theo's friends, which is a lot to say because all of Theo's friends all throughout The Cosby Show were always people that you related to, you really, really liked, were like good fam. I really like this man.
Yeah.
I thought this role was perfect for him because he was kind of, you know, he's a little shady himself, but I mean, at the end of the day, there's people that do shady stuff and make mistakes, and like, and then there's people who are just completely indecent human beings. So I like him in the mischievous best friend role. Really like that for him
Yeah, me too. Tyler did give him something to do, you know, just besides being the friend,
for sure.
with some comedic relief here and there. Because when Linda and the other woman were confronting Derek Luke at the table, the diner, he had the menu. Just don't argue, just agree.
Yeah,
Cheat.
that was funny.
That was funny, but also at the end where we found out that he cheated on the bar, but at the
Yeah,
same time, he was like, "You know what? I'm not gonna let my homie marry this woman right here."
that was decent.
I liked it. You know, he's like, "I'm gonna face the consequences, you know, and take the heat if she wants to, you know, throw me under the bus." But I did like him for that. So
Yeah,
he was a cool character. We're fans of Mr. Ron Rico over here, and we definitely do want to see more of him. We also want to see more of Helen, who is being played by Miss Viola Davis. And like you said, I forgot she was in this movie.
totally
She
forgot.
did a great job. I like the way that she was checking, Cece or Candy.
Sucker.
Yeah, that was wonderful, you know, and she experienced it herself, but my gosh, that wig was awful, Kimberly. Your thoughts of, what was her name, Helen? I just wanna make sure. Yeah, oh, Ellen, excuse me, Ellen. What are your thoughts on, Ellen's role?
Let me tell you something. I think one of the best movements in Hollywood, like especially after the past few years that we've gotten, is in terms of representation and diversity and inclusion. One of the best things that has been highlighted, and especially by Viola Davis herself, she's talked about it, is hair and makeup for Black women in film. And there's a reason why I know you and I joke about it, Brandon, but the
Mm,
reason why it bothers, I think, the Tyler Perry audience so freaking badly, and when I tell you it bothers me, Brandon, is actresses like Viola Davis and models like Iman told stories of like being at the most high-end events and runways with the best designers and Valentino and all, the makeup artists, you had to bring your own foundation because they didn't have your color.
Man.
And you're like, and L'Oreal's doing makeup for everyone, and they don't have your color.
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell literally showing up to Victoria's Secret like shoots and stuff with her own jar of foundation. Like, I think the reason why we get so upset, Brandon, or at least the reason why I do, is that for someone like Tyler Perry, where he not only has brought black artists to the forefront in his 25-year career, but he has a lot of people, especially in his studios that Brandon, he makes it clear that he wants black people on production. I want black PAs. I want I want the people doing grip and electrical. I want my production team to be black. He's given so much work to other people in the film industry that are doing the behind the scenes, the lighting, the electricity, the painting, the props, and hair and makeup. So when we get so I get so upset with Tyler Perry for these diabolical ass wigs because people like Viola have fought on sets where there's movies where they're the only black actor. They have fought
Mhm.
for better wigs and better makeup. They've had to fight for someone going, the shade is 10 shades too light for me. You know that. It's been an emotional fight. It's like more than the annoyance of the wigs. It's like emotional when you show up with all these white castmates, Academy Award winners, and hair and makeup is this person that doesn't understand your ethnicity, doesn't understand the texture of your hair. You're Tyler Perry. Your production is black centered.
Mhm.
How the hell do you not have better wigs for black women? You're just as lazy as the productions that didn't give a damn about Viola Davis having good hair, didn't give a damn about Naomi Campbell having the right shade makeup, that don't give a damn about putting Asian straight hair on a dark-skinned black woman. Not only is the texture wrong, but you're not even trying. The wig is crooked, man.
Yeah.
Damn it. The widow's peak is over her eyebrow. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's pretty bad.
Brandon, I guess you can see on my rant that I'm really upset about this because black productions should freaking know better. Acrimony.
Yes.
What the hell was that? The wigs. The wigs. A Fall from Grace. You mean to tell me you didn't have not one black woman? Brandon, there are black women at my church who have Broadway theater quality wigs better than any Tyler Perry production after this film. My rant is over. I'm I'm sorry. It had to be said. I know that was long, but it had to be said. Tyler Perry, how dare you do us like that?
That
What
is
the
why
hell?
I bring you here, ma'am, and guys, let us know, what you think about the wigs as well. Even though while she had it on, I like how she hit the Christian recruiter, with her bag after he was Nemo
Golly,
Laws for trying to push up on, our poor Ruby here. He was wrong for that.
so wrong.
Um, but yeah, I mean, we still liked her role. We still liked her role.
Oh,
Well,
Viola. I don't care what kind. I don't care if it's How to Get Away with Murder or if it's Doubt with Meryl Streep. Viola brings it
every time.
100%. Every time. Her character was believable. I've done some volunteer work in inner cities and I've come across that type of character that they're well-meaning, but they're also really harsh.
Yeah.
They're also very real and they want to help you, but they will get in your face. And I liked that she wasn't this super holy, like, oh, here's my Bible. She was like, you want me to save your life? I'm gonna get up in your face. I love that.
So I did too. Y'all let us know what you think. What I didn't, I love that, but what I did not like is, you know, at the wedding towards the end, where he finds out the truth about Linda, he goes and runs um, my goodness, Cece, Candy. I love you. I'm gonna take care of you, and they kiss and get married, and I was just kind of like, you know,
Where was the chemistry for that? You know what, Brandon? It would have made more sense for him to hook her up with a friend of his that was a really great guy. Like if they added a character that was kind of another friend or best man or his brother. Like, if they added another character that was genuinely a good guy, it would have been a better ending for him to be like, "Candace, I want you to meet John." Because their relationship was always platonic, and then all of a sudden you desire her sexually?
Yeah, that just doesn't add up.
What?
Yeah, I mean, they coulda went back to Madea house, they coulda just been eating at a restaurant, they coulda been at the hospital, they coulda been at a rehab center, a clinic, or walking in the park. "I got you, homie," you know what I mean? "I will never abandon you again," and, they throwing bread at the ducks in the lake or something.
They could have been walking by and she saw a girl that was a prostitute shaken and cut, and they could have been like looked at each other like that knowing look like, "We're gonna help her."
Right.
You
Are
know, like
tho
lazy writing, lazy writing. This is the downfall of TP.
are those your, final thoughts, ma'am?
They are, good sir. I don't wanna take up too much of your time because I think the audience would agree I've ranted enough. So yes, I've gotten out all my frustrations.
And again, I didn't hate this movie, but to me, again, it was clear that this was literally the start of the downfall. And this came out in 2009. I think the movie that came out after this was Medea's Big Happy Family with Bow Wow in it. I think that came out in 2010, and that you had that chicken there like Bow Wow.
Oh,
I remember seeing that.
that's Teyana Taylor's first movie, I think.
Yeah, that was that.
Bye, I ran.
I don't know if I have the energy to review that one.
I know, right?
But I do want to ask y'all in the chat if you're watching this. Let me know if you would be interested in me reviewing which Tyler Perry movie is it? It's two, Jasmine's Blues, and also there's one more with the where is it? Not Nobody's Fool. Where is it at? Where is it at? Temptation, Confessions of a Marriage Counselor. I forgot I did see that one because that has the what's her name? Journey Smollett in it or whatever. So, guys, we want to thank y'all.
Oh, I forgot Kim Kardashian was in that. I forgot.
Oh, she
That's
was?
right, that's right.
Oh, I don't
She
click
was
it.
like her secretary or something.
You were, yes, yes, that's true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is true. But guys, oh, that's Meet the Browns. What am I doing? Thank you so much for tuning in to our spoilers review for Madea Goes to Jail. We really do appreciate it. If you're watching this on my channel, please subscribe to Kimberly's channel. If you're watching this on Kimberly's channel, please subscribe to my channel. Links to all that is in the description, and we will both really appreciate it. And guys, we have more videos to do for you. And until then, don't forget, I'm B. Avery. That's Kimberly, and it's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time. Oh, it won't let me stop. I'll be